Shazam! What are we looking at? Gonna look at pumpkin spice ale from Yonkers Brewing. They're out of Connecticut. Bloomfield, Connecticut to be exact. And this one weighs in at 6.5%. And it's in a big can, because I love big cans. So the season should be almost over. First of all, I'll go on record as personally saying that I don't hate pumpkin beers, but I'm glad that it's only in a small little window each year. Okay, it's darker than like an Oktoberfest. I'm getting now this one has a almost, if pumpkin spice perfume was a thing, it's like, women would spritz it on them. It's got an almost ew smell with it. Somewhat natural, but then it kind of goes a little bit in the direction of almost a cinnamon and perfume-ish. Cheers. Cheers. Tail end of the swallow is kind of like the smell, but what's left behind is not nearly as bad. As the person that brewed it, hearing someone go, it's not nearly as bad as the middle part of drinking it. Okay, missing out on the club was Salty Shellback because he was naked. Johnny Three Prongs. Oh my. Okay, so his other channel, he left a comment on a video, and it's been so frickin' long. At first I was like, is this Johnny? Is this Johnny? Is this my friend Johnny? The guy that I tried texting a few times and didn't get any response back from. I've spent time with Johnny and his lovely wife, and they've been up here camping, and all of a sudden, you start to think, is it something implied that either I said, didn't do, or is it my deodorant? It's like, it's literally been years. People even started asking me, what, Johnny just like disappeared. I mean, he's part of the brew, or he's part of was part of the deplorables. I think I don't know. But left a comment on an Ebomi video where I unboxed some stuff that he gave me. And he asked me what kind of a homo would give a shot glass that looked like this. Yeah, see, it's just a little Mexican dude. So while you're taking your shot, I don't know what kind of homo would give me something like this. Johnny, all I can say is I don't know why you took a break from YouTube. I understand. Now, taking a break from me, oh God, that is. Now, if you're back, that's good. Like Multi-Gun Man, I start to, I told him I would never, spread any disinformation about him. But the fact is that he's a mercenary, and he goes where you're not supposed to go, and adioses people that deserve it. And that's why Multi-Gunman has these huge absences. But I don't want to air his dirty laundry. But Johnny, you were missed by me and Christine and several other people who asked me if I knew what happened to you. And he says, coriander, not cinnamon, might be better. Probably not. I still, what the hell happened to it? I still have your, oh yeah, here it is. He thought it'd be funny, and he thought that I would always want my coriander with me because, where did I lay him upstairs? No, I have him here. On my set of keys for my truck, I have my Reaper pepper that I always keep with me, and he thought that I would be more suited for carrying around this coriander, because I absolutely love coriander so much that oh wow, I'm lucky this one hasn't been opened yet. If he would have maybe made a little bit more of his stuff, I could have actually worn it as a necklace. But just in case I need it, I keep it right over here, because I know at any moment I might run out of my big stash of coriander and need more. On the right video, Smile Money was first. Cheap Old Gun Guy has second, third, fourth. Brad says, hell yeah, brother, hashtag FJB. Oh, I tell ya, it is just spreading like wildfire. Number one rap song. Might even be more than a rap. I think, no, it's not a rap song. Number one song. I don't know if it's in the United States or if it's just on iTunes or what. But it's the Let's Go Brandon. And guess what? He'll be surprised to hear that YouTube is banning the video because it contains misleading medical information. You know, again, you people at the super secret shadow government organization, and the people manipulating Disgrace Book and YouTube. First of all, there's two things you need to know. One, I think you're about due to have another one of your secret organization meetings, because a lot of us, the non-sheep, we're just not buying your shit anymore. And two, the more you try to ban and silence people, the more they believe it. So I'm not going to get into a big political thing, Mr. Mark Mack. I'm not going on a rant. I want to stay in a good, positive mood. But I'm just here to tell you that the biggest fail that they had, and down the road in the future, it turns out that Smile Money was right and I was wrong. Then fine, I will admit it. But when doctors and nurses are quitting and would rather walk away, I mean, personally, I think they're like a lot of the Lions and Patriots right now. A lot of us, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that anybody's going through it, because it's about to happen here. But when your ideals and your health and everything that you know about this vaccine, it wasn't even a vaccine. They had to change the definition to even call it a vaccine. This untested medical experiment that they're pulling on the American people, or are they thinning the herds? All this, just, the fact that you're forcing it, and that you, especially now, whatever, a lot of these companies, like locally, there's a whole bunch of them that have a mandate for the 1st. So as of the 1st, a lot of people will, and if you're doing it right, like just answering this for a friend, really good, close, personal friend, a lot of people know exactly who I'm talking about, was very adamant that, I'm not going to resign. I'm going to make you fire me. And there's going to be walking papers that will exclusively say the reason that you terminated me is because I refused to have something injected into my body that I disagreed with because of the vaccine mandate. But in the middle of all of this foggy ass shit, so proud that there is, at least as of right now, one governor that has a set of balls and understands what the United States of America was founded on. And that's DeSantis down in Florida. He is saying, screw you. It is illegal to put a mandate. And if you are a police officer being fired in any of these cities, we'll give you a one-time sign-on bonus, and we'd be happy to give you a job down here in Florida. So, if you have a drink in your hand, I raise a drink to this great state of Florida and the fact that they have a governor that at least is not on the should-be-put-down list. Like, these two, immediately swinging in a tree. Any company, any person that is requiring a mandate, I hope the absolute worst case scenario happens to you and your company. And I am holding it as a personal grudge. More and more right now. Oh, I tell you, there's never been a better time in the history of probably the United States to find a job. Unfortunately, trying to find a true American company, because if exactly what Ron Paul squirrel, if something maybe I did wreck this camera with whatever was happening. Maybe, I'm just kind of curious as to why I am getting. No, it's running on battery right now. Why all of a sudden it seems like it's picking up the resolution rate of my TV. Yeah, just super squirreled myself right there. I just, yeah, there is so many job openings everywhere. Unfortunately, it's the same scenario. Well, you know what? I hope some of the real patriots, the non-sheep, go the way of DeSantis, because I sort of understand the comments and agree with what Sean Hannity was talking about today, that it's not necessarily anymore about the vaccine itself, and it's mostly about the whole being told. Well, I personally still stay on the side of, I don't want your poison shit in my body. And and Smile Money, you can feel the way that you feel, and a lot of you. I realize that if you have a career and a job that maybe your family, you're the sole supporter or whatever, I realize that it's tough. And I don't want to piss anyone off or lose any friends, but the fact is, if everybody would have stood together, like Ron Paul said, they can't fire us all. I personally, unfortunately, at this point in time, I only personally know 3 people that have flat out told their employers, not a chance. And I've heard so many people in the same group saying, I just don't get it. I mean, why wouldn't you not get the vaccine? Why, to keep your job? I tell you what, take a piece of paper and write down how much you think that your life is worth. What if it's true? What if everything that people are being told about this vaccine turns out to be true? Just for the sake of this argument, I don't want to hear what the CDC said. Well, screw the CDC and our government. Why are there so many doctors and specialists that are flat out saying, you will never give this to me? This is what they do. This is what, if your mechanic said, whoa, whatever you do, I would not use that battery, you wouldn't do it. But when a well-known, credibly acclaimed physician or specialist in vaccines comes out and says, this is the biggest mistake, you should not be doing this. It's like, this is your body, this is your life. So go ahead and write down on a piece of paper what financially you feel your life is worth. And then you tell me what you make per year. Don't tell yourself what you make per year. Because I'm telling you right now that I feel that my life, Christine's life, Lily's life, Samantha's life, some of my friends, and so many of them have decided to do it. I feel that your life is that your life is worth a hell of a lot more than whatever you wrote in column A. I'm just saying that as someone that cares and as a friend. I really hope I'm wrong. But when we just rush something with absolutely no testing, and then a majority of people, you would hear more of the negativity about this, wouldn't you? If it wasn't for the fact that everybody is in cahoots, because this is all part of the big plan, part of the big design. Again, like I said, this is America. People can do dumb shit all they want. But if you actually had the facts, if it wasn't being silenced, oh my God, we can't listen to Let's Go Brandon because according to the social media that's standing up for the retard, the fraudulent, the piece of shit that stole an election from the American electorate because they're covering up for him. Oh, we can't let that song go through because it gives out misleading medical information. Well, fuck! I must have missed that part. God. Poco Loco. First, yeah, not even. El Tenda says, let's go Brandon. Poco. So you just took a vid off Matt's phone and uploaded it? I didn't do anything. Clyde, 6, Whiskey and Revolution for all. Hey, I think a few of you actually listened to me. The Crate Club video actually has more views than it typically would. I appreciate that. I like getting the shit. I tell you what, yes, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's great when I get, free shit. It's also great when I go through a box and pull half of it out and put it in a pile and either use it for the Patreon guys. And by the way, nobody, and I mean nobody, answered my question on that. Would the Patreon boys like or not give a shit about getting the cleaver? The big whatever it was. I personally, I don't like it. In Harmarsh knows me. He was exactly right. He's like, yeah, I don't know if you're gonna like the the battle box this month, but the good news is there is 2 knives in it. No, there's nothing I like about the cleaver. I don't need one for cooking. I'm giving it away. It's going to be a gift somewhere, but again, hopefully one of the Patreon members. Maybe if none of the Patreon guys like it, then I'll figure something else out for it. But yeah, it's just no, I hate it. Oh yeah. Squirrel. Okay, whiskey. What do I want? I personally think I am goddamn special, and I deserve good scotch right now. And it's been a while. I was gonna go for the Port Charlotte, but I think, of course, I know, and this is actually not Scotch because it's not from Scotland. It's just heavily peated whiskey, laddie. And I apologize. I don't remember. Not one of you usual commenters, but I was asked about the Dragunov, and that I don't show it enough or whatever. So this is one badass thing. Now, having said that, probably to enjoy shooting it a little bit more often, I would probably get more use out of the PSL. John Huber used to have 2 of these. He used to have this one, which I flat out told him, I need to know what it's going to take because I'm not giving it back to you. He's like, it's not for sale. Okay. So how much do you want for it? And I finally broke him. And but his other one is somewhat the same thing, a little bit more modern, with the chambered in 308. I'd probably get to enjoy it a little bit more. I guess I could. I mean, they used to be frickin' incredible. Hello, Buffy the Penis Layer. They used to be incredibly great deals on. See, now something like that, I wouldn't have Travis, if you're listening, hey, remember when I gave you the 440 rounds of 54R? Yeah, I honestly wished I wouldn't have done that. I mean, I love you, Travis, but I don't know if I love you that much anymore. Not a whole great big spam can that I could have fed this with, but at the time, I only had my Mosin, and my Mosin, for some weird reason, does not like surplus ammo. It is all over the map with surplus ammo. My brother-in-law's stuff, again, I watched Johnny Watson make 1 hole in 3 shots at 100 yards. And, when we had our get-together, I had 5 guys, cold bore shot the Mosin at 550 yards. And that made me feel pretty good. I mean, I expected those same 5 guys to nail that 50 yard target with the JP. I mean, the JP was basically custom built to exist in the 1,000-yard territory, which I've never shot it beyond 550 yards. But something like this, yeah, I'd probably shoot the hell out of it if I had surplus, because I just bring it home and clean it immediately to eradicate the acidic primers in the spam ammo. I'm getting some push. Speaking of, I don't know, that's disgusting. That is just too slutty for me. I mean, she's religious though, so. Zeus says, laugh out loud, Matt into his greasy. McLean says, he looks handsome, shut up, don't kill me. Then McLean says, Zeus, I kind of see you as a Yoda out somewhere that I could go to and then learn the way from. But I also think I might show up and get deliverance treatment. Okay, so McLean's a friend of mine. Would I want him to have my real address? Wow. Then Zeus says, laugh out loud, I'm more of a Captain Spaulding type. Yoda feels about tight though. And then a link to something. I do not have the sound on right now. The link goes to Seagulls, Stop It Now. A bad lip reading, Empire Strikes Back. Oh, I've seen this and it's funnier than hell. So, and then McLean says, Captain Spaulding, who dat? I'm only 19, bro. Be cooler, Zeus. You are not 19, you liar. Haven't you been married? Speaking of McLean, Rich Huff says, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Cheers. A big cheers to Rich. Rich is another prime example. I think I might have already said this, but I'm going to say it again, god damn it. Rich is another prime example of the cool factor amongst so many of you. He won the woman's build. Still hated by Bunky and David Brown because they want that rifle. Hell, I'd want that rifle. You know, but in defense for Rich won that rifle for his wife and Christine's biggest concern. All I heard about through this entire build is somebody is going to win this rifle and then take it apart for its parts. Because it was all high-end shit. And that is not the case, and that won't be the case. And David and Bunky tried to purchase it away from him, which I am reminded about this on a near weekly basis, Rich. If you ever decide that you changed your mind on this, please let me know. I'm sure there can be some trading, some financial compensation, maybe a blowjob. I don't know. Depends on how what kind of mood David's in that day. But Rich is a dear friend, and I love what happens when we do these things. I didn't know who the hell Rich was until he had won, and again, I didn't know who the hell John Solar was before we had one of our giveaways. Now, not only can I say that I would have said John Solar is a member of my family a long time ago, but I finally had the pleasure to, Wade, you know what I'm saying, or thinking, or finally had the pleasure to actually hang out with John and spend the better part of a week, and it was tough. It was tough leaving. And depending on how things go in a few days, John or Jerry, I mean, what are the chances that we could crash in your basement? Now, I know that if John could help in any way, that he would. But I have a feeling if Jerry hears me say this, he'd be like, bro, Smile Money, now I can't, now get into a New York and and an Irish accent. I mean, it's like I can't put an F-bomb in there enough to be Jerry. But I'm guessing that if right now I called Jerry and said, dude, we're financially things are about to get real here, and what do you say we just pack up what we, Sam can get rid of her ping. Sam can get rid of her rental property and just move in here, and if shit, it's probably about a wash for her if she made our house payment. And we'll just pack up what we want to bring, and we're going to go crash at Jerry's house for, 2 or 3 or 10 years. Oh, I am not even kidding. PA, we were only at Jerry's house for 3 days, but I'm here to tell you, Smile Money, EMT Rail fan, Pete from the Army Channel, doesn't watch any of my fucking shit, loser. And Paul, PA Brew News, and I don't even know who else I'm missing. It seems like a lot of you in that area. Pennsylvania, you can work on your libtardism and come closer to the non-dark side of the force. But PA is absolutely just beautiful, just beautiful, and it would be a little bit better than a lateral move. The winter is going to be definitely more mild in comparison to what we go through here, but that's all I heard about from Jerry. Is you guys got to move here. It'd be easy for me to find a job for Christine, and with Eric, with your skill set, you could write your own future here. Just, I mean, damn, double damn. Hey, 2 for Tuesday. And Halloween-ish. Cheers. Yeah, I would love being in Maine too, but Maine is just a little bit. His governor is just a piece of shit. I mean, it's kind of like, hey, this is what your electric bill is this month, and if you don't like it, you can just go that yourself, because we are the supreme beings, and you will pay whatever we say. So, yeah. Poco. When I was younger, the end. Just kidding. When I was younger, my roommate had a piece of shit Dalmatian dog. Its shock collar broke and would shock it when it yelped. One bark equals a long line of painful yelping, and all I would do is sit there and laugh at the dumbass. Well, I had a Dalmatian. Her name was Gypsy Love. We had it, and then my mom and dad got a divorce, and the dog stayed with my dad, and she was really cool. I have to say, again, any animal, any dog, any of these. And Pete from the Army Channel, if you were actually listening, which this shit's better than anything you've put out recently, unless you want to watch some. I mean, he's getting skinnier, so watch I love Pete. I mean, me and Pete have gotten along for a long time, and I really hope the whole holster thing, takes off, because it's the American dream, and B, he sold his Toyota Tacoma and got a Challenger, so he's got to be able to pay for that thing. Yeah. See, this is how this shit gets dragged out. We just keep going on and on. But me and Pete have had this conversation because they're like pit bulls. He's got pit bulls, and they just get such a bad reputation. Well, guess what? A frickin' Chihuahua can be a piece of shit. It's just that a Chihuahua isn't going to eat a small child. So any animal can be a bitch. Just like any animal can be trained. Pete's, his pit bulls are lovers. Which, anybody that properly cares for a dog, that's the way they turn out. Smile money. Hot salt. Raise your blood pressure and burn your sphincter. What did he do with that, by the way? Did he leave that upstairs? I'm looking forward to giving that a try, actually. I wish he went and brought all the hot sauce home. I think I'm going to make homemade nachos tonight. Mike! Cheers, man. Cheers, Mike. For the sake of my liver, Mike, I hope we never meet. For the sake of our friendship, it'd be okay. It's kind of like Paul Hasman, 440. It's one thing when you go on vacation and bring enough money to purchase a motorcycle. It's another thing when you have to bring enough money to figure out bail, legal expenses, you know, that kind of stuff. Salty Shellback is naked. Nice. Steven, hops and lead. I love the Magpul K2. Not really into the K2 Plus with the squishiness cap that they put on it, though. Jules, oh my God, it's Matt. I feel the same way. Mr. 27, 16th. What, there's 60 comments, and if this is like, oh Jesus God, Mr. 27, what is this muscle Matt? Gay. Mr. 27, you need to work on that TV screen glare, Mr. Brubomi. Okay, fine, let's work on it. How's that? No? No? Not happening? Well, what about this? What if I got rid of this? Is that better? No, it's still got a glare. No, we just I know. How about this? Is this better? Are we okay now? Is that okay? You know what we could do is we could just green screen the girls, you know. Miss 27, spicy salt. That's definitely new to me. And Matt says, new to Eric and myself as well. I tried some and I much enjoyed it. He put it in his butthole. Miss 27, is that Ms. Brubomi on the ringtone saying message? No. I was on the phone. Cobra says, hello there. And I can say, hello there. Now, or I could say, what's up? Or I could say morning. I can go, hello there. In that sexy kind of voice. Cobra, you just remember I went, hello there. Harmarsh. Top 20. Never received a notification again. Thanks, fucktube. And hashtag fuck Joe Biden. And hashtag 733-6478. And if you know what that means, that's how it really should be going right now. Harmarsh, is Matt wearing a Minnesota North Stars cap? Very nice. I didn't know Matt was into sports, especially hockey. And then Matt says, yes, hockey is the only sport I like to watch. I am from Minnesota. Yeah, no. Then he says, it's nice throwback cap from the days of the North Stars. And then Matt says, my mom got it for me a couple years ago for Christmas. And then Harmarsh says, I give a flying shit about you, Matt, your mom, or, no, actually he says, nice gift. My mom bought me a leather Boston Bruins cap the Christmas before she passed away. I've been a Bruins fan since I was 5 years old. Harmarsh says, more cowbell. Tardisius says, good luck with that. Just to prove Tardisius wrong, I'm going to double tap that bitch. Look what you made me do right there. Son of a bitch. Holy shit! How much beer did I just spill? Okay, hope that was fun for you. It's one way to get rid of this beer. Oh yeah, she was on the, she was an intro girl not so long ago. I'd like to see that with her hair down and her shirt off. Mr. Mark Mac, 85. Damn, those Bloody Marys sure look good once the vodka was added. Laugh out loud. Yeah, they really improved in taste. God. Oh, see that? I almost got beer on my StarTac. Oh, my nipple's getting cold. I know, I could just take this off. Nope, McLean couldn't handle that. He'd be like touching himself, touching his dog, touching a cactus, touching that and that. Cobra says D7 was already called and it was a miss. Harmarsh, here is what kimchi is. Okay, I'll watch that later. Harmarsh says J4. Sorry, the fire starter shit is sitting on it. Which I need to do a video on. J4 is a miss. Really? Harmarsh, hi Sam. Love your dog. I'll have to personally mention that, but if she was here, she could say me too. Hey, thanks. You are so kind. I think she'd say me too. Harmarsh, Two Hearted Ale Club in Sunny Slopes so long ago. That was on the Boomtown. Wow, that's weird, right in the middle. This is on Hopsecutioner from Johnny Three Prongs. He says cheers. Johnny? Buddy? Johnny? I haven't taken this off since you got it. I think it still smells like you. Mr. Mark Mac, Eric and Matt, that looks like some damn good hot sauce and salts. I really like the flavors. It's in the vein of the Satan. Lee, his buddy, is about putting the flavor first and then adding some attitude. McLean, why don't you girls pickle stuff? Peppers, onions. Matt does, actually. He does leeks. He pickles leeks. McLean, the acoustics of your skull are quite something. McLean, I had green kraut when I was overseas. Pretty bad. My grandma's was pretty good. Guess depends on what shade of green you're talking about. Tardisius, Alec Baldwin quote. Oh no, I pointed my gun at my director, pulled the trigger, and now she's dead. I sure didn't expect that, or stupid is as stupid does. Joey, here from the hospital. And he's still in the hospital, and he says that the vaginal opening is still a little puffy, but the swelling is expected to diminish. Wade, congrats to Matt. A great contribution to the video content with the pepper sauce and salts. You also kept the what the fuck did he just say comments to a minimum. For me, jalapeno is the most flavorful pepper, especially when freshly roasted. And Matt says, glad I got a pass on this one. And a short video. Well, short for us. Yeah, the jalapeno one was exceptional. Wade, question for Poco. What is reindeer sex? Is it a personal fetish or a fantasy? Asking for McLean. Paul at PA Brew News. Not a bad brew at all. Damn, son, when are you going to get a little me time, brother? See, Paul, you get it. If either of those two are listening, it's not a personal thing. You don't get it. It's not a personal thing at all. I just prefer to be alone. I know, that sounds really sad, but... Paul again. Let's go Brandon. Let's go Baldwin. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Well, if he wasn't such a douche, maybe he wouldn't have walked off the set. Oh well. Salty. My company is getting pressure from some customers suggesting that we have to have a jab mandate if we want to keep working for them. I foresee some of our customers not getting what they need. Good. Again, you want to get the fucking poison, then get it. This is America. I can only drag the horse to the water. I can't make you drink it. I mean, if you like Kool-Aid, I got a guy, I guess he was a hell of a partier. But anybody, and I mean anybody, that has said to themselves, everybody should get this, you're just a fucking piece of shit sheep. And you and anybody in any company that feels that way, I hope you fry in fucking hell. End of story. Spend money. To use leaves effectively, Matt, they need to be composted. Piling up leaves in a park will kill vegetation, and the leaves will leach tannic acid. The proper composting of leaves will quickly develop a usable product that can be recycled for a beneficial purpose. Glad you do not raise livestock, that park would be piled up with manure. Well, see, I brought 13 bags yesterday to WLLSD. That is our Waste Management Center. That's when you take a little poopy or pee, that's where it goes. And they also have a big area, and you bring all their leaves, and then they mix the shit all together. And if you want to pay money, you can go down and get some of the blackest dirt you've ever seen, because they do the composting for you. Now, a few years ago, they were selling these composters, and I honestly now wish I would have picked one up. It kind of looked like a personal, like something you could go to the hardware store, cement mixer. And it was designed to do just that. You throw shit in it. You can throw some leaves in it, your eggshells, your banana peels. This is, my grandma actually had a compost area. Brick slab, bricks up the side, making walls, and we used to just throw everything in there. My grandfather or my grandma would go out there with the pitchfork and turn everything over, and eventually it was just this black ass dirt that was just reeking with. I mean, you wanted to get like 2 dozen worms, you just go out to the compost pile and turn that shit over. Jeff's homestead. Jeff, I gotta figure out who the other person was, because we still need to get your brews out to you. He says, I like A1 and Worcestershire in my Bloody Marys. They might be in your mix already. Also, bacon bits, not as good as real bacon, but it works. Yes. It's my money. Nah, the prop master was pissed for the crew walking off prior to this and being bit. What? bit shot at for several misfires. So he got even and no misfire this time. Sharky, nice set of salts and sauces Matt brought in. Habanero and hot peach. Saw plenty of hot peaches go by on the screen. Not this douchebag. I hope this douchebag takes a fucking dirt nap as soon as possible. Those are the peaches that you were talking about. Sharky, Matt luring people into ice fishing houses with him again. But, to be honest, I'll take a chance and join in. I'm adventurous. Watch what you say. You are planning on being here, and depending on, well, I hope you're not here in the winter. I'd really like to do some, Then Sharky says G10. Some shooting. G10 is a miss. Sharky, SH. Duh. David Brown, I'm into bath salts. Oh, and if anybody, 51 minutes, there's a shock. If anybody has made it this far, did I save these to my phone? I think I did. Hold on. Hold, please. If anybody is interested in, I'm just going to put this up there. And of course, I can't rotate it because somebody doesn't know how the phone works best. Here's what David has. That's what David has. He paid $180 for them. You can just pause this shit if you want. He paid $180 for them, and he's looking for someone, if you are interested, for $100. Front and rear sights. And again, this is like, it's a good thing he's a fucking author because he sucks at taking pictures. Somebody let me know, or just contact David if you have a way to get a hold of him. You can save $80 off of the original price. 1911 sights. Mike says, all that stuff sounds good. Oh, it was all good. Then he says, hello, Sam. And last, but not... Oh, this isn't even on the right video. Clyde says, whiskey and revolution for all. I still got your ass covered right here. I'm gonna hit the button, go to the club. Ain't spilling none of that. Just got carried away with my cowbell. I did cowbell the shit out of it. I mean, I'd be pissed off if I lost any of this. Not so much on this beer. I wonder how flammable that shit would be. Okay, where do I stand? Well, first of all, how many people? One. Are you serious? One person, Rich Huff. It's the only person in the club. Of course, then again, some of you have really been getting... I'm going to actually go over and actually take a look at the video and see what shows up over there when I sort by newest first. Rich, you're the only one over here on that, too. Okay. It's drinkable. It's not really all that enjoyable. And I usually put like the pumpkin spice ales kind of in their own little grouping, so the number is going to be higher than if it was just a flat out E scale. So for a pumpkin beer, I'd go a 7 on this particular one, and yeah, it's. Oh yeah, I gotta recycle because I care about this planet. So, Rich, cheers. Yeah, and yeah, this is definitely badass. The only thing even though I think it looks great, completely usable to somebody that wears glasses, because there you go, Sharky. I tell you what, if there was something that was spankable, that's it right there. The rubber boot here is completely useless to anybody that wears glasses. It looks badass, but then again, I would have a lot more fun with this if I could get there's a company, I think it was in Texas, that makes a repop. They basically put, like a real scope inside of that. This thing has so much possible potential, and that is just a tube with a few pieces of glass inside of it. So, okay, we will probably see you tomorrow, probably, and yeah, be good.